Hello everyone, Colleen O'Brien here, certified theta healer at o'brientheta.com. And in this video, I am going to be reviewing the Theta Healing Diseases and Disorders book by Vianna Stibal, the creator and founder of Theta Healing. This is a reference book. It says on the back that it's based on her doing 47,000 sessions with people. And I was expecting when I bought this book, because it is pretty thick, that it was going to be comprehensive, that it was going to list a great deal of diseases and disorders in it. And while there are a lot in here, there's a lot that isn't. And it's because it's based on Vianna's own experience. It was never meant to be an all-encompassing reference book. It's just a reference book of things that she has come across in her practice as the founder of Theta Healing, with different clients that she has worked with. So I was a little taken aback at that because that was different than what I had expected when I bought this book. I will say I've had this book for over a year now. There is a certification class called Diseases and Disorders. There's a lot of prerequisites for it. You can check that out on the official Theta Healing website. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. At the time that I am recording this review, I have a number of Theta Healing certificates, quite a few, but Diseases and Disorders is not one of the certificates that I currently have. So I have not used this book in the context of a class. Where I have used this book is for working on myself and sometimes working on clients. And sometimes I will look up things that I don't necessarily have but are in my family line, because just as we inherit physical traits, we do sometimes inherit the belief systems that are associated with and manifest themselves as diseases. So before I get those diseases, or if I have a predisposition for them, I wanted to do the inner work on myself so that they don't show up for me to, like, why do I need that physical ailment to teach me something if I can work on it ahead of time. Sometimes I do get an intuitive guidance to read a particular section. It's a disease that I don't have, or I don't even know anybody that has it, but there's sometimes a belief or a piece of nugget of knowledge in there that is useful for me and something that I can work on right away. So it is helpful that way. I do use it mostly on myself than anybody else. And of course, any theta healer is going to be their own best first client. The more they work on themselves, the better they can show up for their clients. So most of the sections in here have, like a brief overview of what the disease is from like a medical standpoint. And then there's some intuitive guidance in terms of what Vianna sees or intuitively senses when she goes in with her theta healing abilities. There's usually an awful lot of belief and feeling work there that is listed, certain particular beliefs to test for or to download. And then in some cases, she does also have some recommendations for supplements, which I'll talk about probably in another video. But it's not consistent either. A lot of the diseases have that, but then sometimes you'll be really excited, like, oh, hey, this is actually in here. And then there's only like this tiny paragraph that just basically boils down to ask creator. And ultimately that is the best answer, is ask creator, because everyone is an individual and every disease is a manifestation of their own personal experience. But there are a lot of patterns that we as humans do have with diseases and disorders. And this can be very helpful because you're not on your own. Like, this is a great roadmap, a great guide map. Sometimes I will open it up and working with a client, and one thing will jump out at them like, oh, that completely resonates. Like, this particular belief completely resonates. Or, as soon as you say that, I'm thinking of story, with my grandfather. Like, he always said that. So I do like having it as a guidebook, as a reference book. But if you are looking for something that is a little more comprehensive. I'm going to be reviewing a book soon called Metaphysical Anatomy by Yvette Rose, which is not a Theta Healing book, but I do find useful in my Theta Healing practice as well. So that is my review of Diseases and Disorders, Theta Healing by Vianna Stibal. It is commercially available everywhere. It's published by Hay House, so you can get it at your favorite bookshop. I will leave a link in the description to the Amazon listing for it in the US for your convenience. And as always, do like my videos, subscribe them, share them, and let me know what you think in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. I am Colleen O'Brien, Certified Theta Healer. My website is o'brientheta.com, and I will see you in the next video.